What's going on, everybody? This is Hideous Thoughts coming at you with another Black Desert Online video for console. This is episode 5 of my Black Desert series, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the BDO planner. We're going to, I did mention in my last video when we were kind of going over the gear that I have at the moment with what gear, the gear in my first video. Hasn't really been too much progression, only a couple of changes. So what we're going to take a look at today is what I've got planned for my Sorc, where I want to take my character, and the gear that we're going to be using to get there. So if there's any other Sorceress players who are watching this video, this might be helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you would do different. I'd be really curious to know. When we look at the gear, what we're going to be doing is we're only going to be using gear that is available on console today. So that's August in 2020. I know that there's a lot of gear that's super beneficial for character progression for Sorceress, which is available on PC, that's not yet available on console. And I kind of feel like it's completely pointless going, oh yeah, I'm going to be using Dawn earrings, but the Dawn earrings aren't available on console. So we're just going to be looking at gear that we can only use today. Well, so that means we're not going to be including Caphras into the build as well, because it's not available as of yet. So let's get started. So with the helmet, what we're going to be doing now, actually before we do that, let's bump our character here up to 63. 63 is important because it unlocks all of the passive skills. So you get the extra AP and the DP all the way up to 63. Now it's up to you if you want to include the journals as well. At the moment, I've completed up to 60% of Journal 10 in the Igor Batali's adventure log. It's kind of important to include these if you've done them, because you do get AP, DP, HP, all that sort of stuff like from these rewards. So if you click on this one here, chapter 10 for example, you can see the ones that I've completed increase max HP by 3. The one I haven't done, I miss out on 2 evasion and another 3 HP. So it's important to include these, because it's going to stamina as well, like all these things. A lot of these are just quality of life, but like your max HP and stuff, they're really going to help you out. But this one here, look, 1 AP, 1 evasion, 1 damage reduction. So they're the things that are really going to help with your character progression as well. So if you haven't done the Bartali logs, I do advise you start doing those, because they're very beneficial. A lot of things for quality of life and a lot of things just for character strength. Okay, so starting off with the helmet, what we're going to be doing is I want my Sorc to be a AP build. You can go both ways. You can focus a lot on evasion, or you can focus a lot on attack strength and damage per second. The Sorc doesn't have a grab, so we're kind of like limited with how we can our strengths. So basically what I want to do is I want to be able to inflict as much damage as possible. So we're going to go the Griffin helmet. If you wanted to go evasion, you could go something like a heave, but for this build at the moment, it may change in the future, but for right now, I think the Griffin's helmet is the one that I want to go with. Now the crystals that we're going to be putting into here are going to be Jin Hafia. And the reason we're going to be using the Jin Hafias is because they give extra HP, they give increased HP recovery, and they also give evasion. So evasion is really good for characters who, like if you're fighting PvP opponents who have high accuracy, evasion's going to help you dodge their attacks and get CC'd less. So I believe at the moment the Hafias are the best ones in slot for the helmets. Next we're going into the armor. The armor at the moment, the best in slot is the Dim Tree. You've got the red nose, but the dim tree is, in my opinion, it's just far better. The crystals that we're going to be using for the dim tree armor is going to be now these are blue crystal. It's the magic crystal of infinity. Where is it? Evasion. So it's actually a pretty cheap crystal to have. We're going to go 2 of those. You could go the Cobalinus. This one here. I think there's you could go the Jin Cobalinus. It does give you damage reduction. But with the evasion, we're going to get, with 2 of these, we're going to get 20% increased evasion over like 8 damage reduction with the Cobalinus. So I believe that these ones are probably more beneficial for the armor. Again, I'm keeping everything at actually, you know what? We'll chuck these on pen because it's like an end game kind of goal, right? So we want to see our end result with full pen. So rings. At the moment, we don't have Tungrad rings. Tungrad rings are, I would say, best in slot. However, we don't have them at the moment, so it's going to be crescents. Crescents, I believe, have the most AP out of all the other rings. The Kaposha ring actually is as strong as a tri crescent ring. So if you've got a Kaposha ring, you get one at 61. They're good up to tri crescent ring. Alright, so the next one we're going to be looking at is the gloves. Now the gloves, there's 2 ways you could do this. Levers, if you're going a full evasion build, levers are going to be the ones that you would probably want to use. We're going to be going begs. Now the reason that we're going to be using begs is the same reason that we're using the crescent or the Tungrad rings. And that is because we just want to have as much AP as possible. We want to be dealing as much damage per second as we can. So we're going to be throwing in the Jin Viper crystals for those as well, for the increased cast speed and accuracy. Sorceress is a caster, so attack speed doesn't really affect us too much. It's cast speed and accuracy that we really do need as well. They're probably the most important things, so we can chuck that on pen 2. So next up for necklace, we're going to be going with the Tungrad. You could go the Ogre, I guess. You know, you've got that 35 AP, 24 accuracy. But with the Tungrad, I mean, you get the same AP, same accuracy. You do get the Black Spirit Rage, so it's up to you whether you think that's important or not. But the Tungrad is the one that I'm going to be going for with this particular build. Next up, we've got our secondary weapon. When you're starting off, Kudum is probably the one that you want to be doing at first because you've got that extra monster damage. But we're going to be going Nuva because this is endgame. Nuva you can reach higher AP brackets with. Now the crystals that we're going to be doing with that is going to be, I think where are they? Red Spirit Crystals. So the Red Spirit Crystals would be best in slot for the secondary weapon for AP and PvP damage. You also do get additional HP with these as well, so that's definitely beneficial. On PC, I think they've got one crystal that might be slightly better, but for the moment on console, these are the ones you want to go. And I would run this with a Perfume of Courage as well. And the Perfume of Courage is going to give you some extra AP and accuracy and a bunch of other things as well. Best in slot for Awakening is definitely, hands down, without a doubt, the Dandelion. Okay, we can't chuck any stones in this one at the moment. So that one's an easy one. Main hand weapon is going to be Zaka. I wouldn't even bother with often. I think Zaka's just hands down better. Now the crystals that we want to go with this one, it was a hard decision. I think if you look at so that with the Addis, you've got cast speed and hidden AP there. But the crystal that I think that I'm going to be going here is the Magic Crystal of Infinity for 16 additional accuracy. And at some stage in the future when we get it, we can use the Elka and upgrade this one to the... what's it called? Crystal of Elka. So that's got 12 accuracy and 10% ignore or resistance as well. So this one, this crystal here does have ignore resistance, but the stats are obviously less than the Elka. But so I think those would probably be the best ones at the moment, just for that extra accuracy. All right, now onto the belt. So with the belt, there's a couple of different ways that you can do this, right? If you are leveling your character, the belt that I'm going to be going is the Tungrad, and just because it's got the highest AP out of all the other belts, it does have, if you look at it at say at Tet, you're looking at 18 AP, 10 accuracy. You also get your Black Spirit Rage, so if you pair that with the necklace, that's an extra 40%. But if you wanted to go something like the Tree Spirit Belt, it's got less AP, so you'd be sacrificing some AP for higher accuracy. So it's up to you what you want to go. I'm going to be trying out the Tungrad just for that full AP build. If I feel like I want to get more connected hits, I will try the Tree Spirit Belt. At the moment, I believe what I'm going to be doing, because if you take a look at the price of the belts, so the Tree Spirit Belt is here for 3.4 mil. The Tungrad Belt is here for 329 mil. Now this Valtara Eclipse Belt is 69 mil, and it has almost exactly the same stats as the Tungrad. It's got one less AP. So going into Pen, you're looking at 20 AP there. This one also gives you max HP of 125, so plus HP 125. You don't get that from the Tungrad. You get the Black Spirit Rage. So you got that 20% Black Spirit Rage and the 80 increased weight limit and one extra AP. So for the price of, look, the Pen Tungrad Belt, 27.3 billion silver, or the Valtara Eclipse Belt for 7 billion less for 1 AP difference. So I believe the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to start off with the Valtara Belt, just because it's so much cheaper to enhance, and then once I've got that to a level that I'm happy with, I might start working on the Tungrad Belt and just do that over time slowly, and not have to worry about having a Tungrad Belt there and then blowing it up if I fail on enhancing or something like that. So I believe that's the way I'm going to go. But let's throw the Tungrad Belt in there for now, because that's the end game goal, right? So Tungrad Belt. And again, like I said, if I change something at the end and I decide that I might want some more accuracy, I might change it to that Tree Spirit belt, but we'll see how we go. With the shoes, we are going to be going Uragons. The reason for that is because if you wanted something with more evasion, you can go Muskins. So Muskins have a high evasion, less AP, so you'd be sacrificing AP. For the Sork, I don't really think it's really a good idea to sacrifice too much AP. So that is why I want to go the Uragons. Now the crystal that we're going to be going for the Uragons is going to be the Hooms. And the reason for that is because the Hooms are really good for accuracy. They give you a HP boost. They do have evasion in there as well. So and also you're going to get the damage reduction. So they're a really good crystal to throw in there for kind of everything that we really need: accuracy, evasion, damage reduction, and increased HP as well. So I believe that they're probably the best crystal, especially if you've got two of them. They're the best ones to throw in there. And again, we're not going like focusing too heavily on evasion. When you get to a certain point, like if you get to the point where you've got like 600 evasion, your build starts to get really tanky, and you can pretty much just block majority of attacks from people who don't have extremely high accuracy. So if we're going less evasion, we're going to be less tanky, but as a Sork, we don't really want to be too tanky anyway. My pretty much vision for this is just to deal as much damage as possible, as fast as possible, and just get the kill. You don't really want to drag out a PvP battle too long with a Sorceress. Earrings, pretty straightforward. We're just going to be going Tungrads. The reason for that is because it is best in slot for what's available on console at the moment for pure AP. So there is something like maybe later on we could get the Dawn earrings and change to Dawns, but that would be these are the best ones for right now. For the stone, Destruction Spirit Stone, it's the best one that's on there at the moment. And yeah, you can chuck in all your other stuff as well. Not that this stuff doesn't really make too much of a difference. It's not going to affect your AP DP, but that's pretty much going to be the build. You can pure endgame. You would have everything at Tet. So we'd be looking at 301 AP, 303 Awakening AP, and 317 DP. So once Caphras come in, I haven't really looked into Caphras too much in terms of like the benefits and stuff like that, or like the brackets. I believe that Caphras 9 has some kind of AP bracket where it's like the most beneficial. Well, obviously it's not going to be as beneficial as 20, but it's like the start of some kind of AP bracket. So Caphras 9 would probably be like the goal of where you want everything to be. So if we get all of our boss gear to Caphras 9, it's going to push us up to 307 AP, 309 Awakening AP, and 359 DP. And at that point, I mean, even prior to this, you know, something like 280, 290 AP, you're pretty much just going to be melting everyone anyway. So this is like extremely endgame. Could take a very long time to get to this point, especially since how we don't have Caphras at the moment. So we still got to wait for console to get some kind of new content. But yeah, this is pretty much where I'm taking my build. If we do end up getting the Secrea and we get those Tungrad rings, then that's going to push it up even further. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got planned for my Sorc. Like I said, if there's anyone else out there that's playing Sorc and there's something that you would do different with what's available on console today, let me know in the comments below. I'd be curious to know, the things that you would do differently and all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Hit that thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell button for notifications for future videos. If you want to see more videos for Black Desert and any other videos, if there's anything that you guys kind of want to see or you want to learn, make sure you leave me a comment below, and I can put something together for you guys. I'll leave a link in the description below for my Discord. You can come and chat with me on Discord, and I'll leave the link to my Twitch if you want to see me live streaming, which is just twitch.tv/hideousthoughts. But thanks again, guys. I really appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next video.